Why? Why, computer? Why do you cut me off? Anyway, almost finished, I swear. We're at the top of page 11 with journalists monitor power. You would think that people would love the fact that journalists do this, that they look at people in charge of companies or people in charge and when it comes to politics and be happy that journalists are making sure that people are being ethical, that shedding light on what these people are doing is a good thing. And yet, any president, not just Donald Trump, but Barack Obama, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, the press goes after them to look for stories to make sure that the president and other people in charge in Congress are doing the right thing. And if the stories end up being negative, of course, anybody who supports those politicians aren't going to like it very much. We see that in sports too. When sports journalists go after certain people, if you're a fan of those athletes or those teams, you don't like journalists very much for doing the number one thing they're obligated to do, which is tell the truth. A couple more links here for you, or a couple links for this. Miami was searching for a new president. This is the link number 21. If you go to that on your supplement, before we decided on Greg Crawford, except the university wanted to keep that search secret. Miami did not want you or I or anybody to know. And you, students, me, faculty, didn't want anybody to know who it was interviewing for this job. And so Miami kept that list secret. A public university paid for by public dollars, by tax dollars, and yet the public wasn't allowed to see the list of candidates for the job. How do you feel about that? Finally, because the Miami student pushed so hard, Miami did reveal eventually some of the candidates. But guess whose name was not on that list? Greg Crawford's name never appeared on that list. So we didn't know who the next president was going to be until the university told us. Please read that article of Miami's search for a new president and then come back to me. The next article you can just click on. You don't need to read through it all the way. University of Cincinnati a couple years ago was really pushing hard to get into the Big 12 conference. That's a conference that has a lot of big name schools, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Texas, and UC is in University of Cincinnati right now is in a conference that is a lot weaker. So the school doesn't get anywhere near as much money as it would from TV contracts and everything else if they were in the Big 12. They would love to be in the Big 12. And so UC's president at the time and other people were having these meetings with Big 12 officials to see about the possibilities of UC getting into the league. Sounds like something a journalist should cover, right? Except a lot of the public was furious at the Cincinnati Enquirer for exposing these meetings and potentially ruining UC's big chance. According to a lot of people, the Enquirer should have kept its big fat mouth shut about this and let these secret proceedings, again, between public entities, go. The Enquirer's argument is, nope, the public has a right to know what's happening. Same argument goes with, police shootings, that the media wants to show those police shootings so the public can see what is going on between the police in this country and its citizens. Media argues that the public has a right to know those things. A lot of people believe that the media should not publicize and report on issues like that. So anyway, monitoring power is an important component of a journalist's responsibilities. Okay, almost finished. I think I've said that 4 times though, so sorry. The last part that I'm going to talk about is accuracy. Accuracy is number 1. You're going to see that as a correct answer in a number of quizzes. I don't care how well you write. I don't care how great you are at gathering facts or arguing an opinion. If you're not accurate with your information, you've lost me. You're out. You're out. I'm done reading what you have to say. How can I trust what you have to say? How can I believe that anything you're doing is worthwhile if you can't be accurate with basic facts? Part of what I do outside of this university is I work with an editorial company in Cincinnati, and one of the things I do is I review resumes and cover letters and decide for the